Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. We're here today with the 2022 VMAs nominations, and we're gonna do them a little differently. I usually go over the list on like The Guardian, MTV, or whoever publishes the list. Then I give my predictions as I see the list, and later when Go Derby prepares their prediction chart, table, whatever, I put my predictions on the video there. But since it's been a couple of days since the list went out and GoDaddy has already prepared a chart, I'm gonna do them both here. I'm gonna go over the nominations on GoDerby as I predict them there. I think that's gonna be easier for us, especially because GoDerby, if I'm not mistaken, only focuses on some key categories, and it's usually the ones we like, the ones we care about. So yeah, let's go. I've started from the last category, which is Best Direction, and we're gonna go backwards because GoDerby actually starts with the main ones. It starts with Video of the Year and then goes from there. But for suspense sake, I'm gonna start from the last one and I'm gonna go back into Video of the Year, which is what we usually do. We just scroll down to the bottom and then we go up. That's what we're gonna do, but instead of going up, we're going backwards because that's how it works. So Best Direction, we have Taylor Swift, All Too Well, Baby Kim and Kendrick Lamar, Family Ties, Lil Nas X and Jack Harlow, Industry Baby, Billie Eilish, Happier Than Ever, Harry Styles, As It Was, and Ed Sheeran, Shivers. I am positively surprised, I would say, to find out that now more and more artists are directing their own videos. I remember a couple of years ago when Taylor won Best Directing for The Man, I saw the list with the nominations, and I believe she was the only artist who was nominated for their work, and this is usually a very technical achievement. It's not even fan voted, for instance, unlike the other categories. So it was usually filled with actual directors, you know, like Joseph Kahn and the Akalon guy, you know, they were usually the owners of this category. But now it's like I'm seeing a category for the song, because it's the directors are the directors are the artists. Who's gonna be? Well, Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift is my prediction. The rest is just runners up. They don't follow. But if I were to, you know, do it, I would probably say Taylor, and this is based on directing, right? Taylor directed. That's the point. Taylor was a director. She wasn't in the video. Well, she was in her video, but towards the end. But she was a director. She wrote the script and she directed the actors, Sadie Sink and Dylan O'Brien. She was a director, you know. There's a difference between what she did in All Too Well and what the others did in their videos, because she was much more of a director, just as she was in The Man. There's that, you know, that's that distinction. So I would put Taylor in a league of her own, and I find it very hard for her to not win this, especially as she has already won it with The Man in 2020. So she's being known to be a sweetheart among the technical categories as well as the competitive ones. So Taylor, and then I think directing, so probably Industry Baby, then As It Was, Family Ties, Happier Than Ever, and Shivers. This is based on what I believe are competences of a director, not necessarily the songs itself, because if we were talking about the songs, then this list would be definitely rearranged. But yeah, Taylor is my prediction, and I'm gonna super bet this because, again, I think it's very hard that she's not gonna take it. Long form video. Okay, yeah, Taylor Swift, All Too Well, Olivia Rodrigo, Driving Home to You, Billie Eilish, Happier Than Ever, Love Letter to Los Angeles, Foo Fighters, Studios, 666, Casey Musgrave, Starcrossed, and Madame Max Madonna. Wow! I don't think I've seen Madonna up for any award since whenever she last toured. I believe that was like 2015 she was up for Best Tour at the VMAs. That's very surprising in a very good way. But once again, her winning would be lovely, but I don't see it happening, so all too well. Then Olivia, Billy, Casey, the Foo Fighters, and yeah, I'll have to put Madonna in last because I've seen a lot of people complaining. I personally, I haven't watched the Madame X tour. I have it on Prime Video and I still haven't watched it. Don't know why. I've been very lazy for watching tours and concerts and all that, I'll tell you that. And I've seen some people complaining. In fact, people have complained about every tour compilation she has done pretty much since Stick and Sweet, and I'll agree. I have watched MDNA and Rebel Heart, and it's underwhelming comparing to the real deal, you know. And I've seen some people saying that she still struggles with those, with the same issues in the Madame Max one. So yeah, I'm happy with Taylor taking this, and I'm not gonna super bet this. I like to keep my super bets for more risky categories because then I get more points. By the way, talking about risky, let me just take it out of direction because this is not risky, this is easy. Video for good, so that's video with a message. Lizzo, About Damn Time, Kendrick Lamar, The Hot Part 5, Lato, Pussy, Reina Sawayama. Wow, she finally got nominated for something. This Hell, and oh my goodness, I haven't heard of him in a while. Fils de Joyer. Honestly, the only one I watched is About Damn Time. I'm not gonna predict this category, okay? I'm gonna watch the other ones, then come back to this, because I only watched About Damn Time. It's a great video, a very, very good video, great video indeed. But if I can't compare it to anything else, I can't predict, so no. K-pop, wow, I didn't know the Phils had a video. BTS, Stray Kids, 17, Lisa, Twice, and ITZY. My favorite song out of these ones is the Feels. You give me the feels. Oh, you have stolen my heart. Oh yeah, I love that track so much. I didn't know it had a video. Now I have to watch it because I want to know if there's a choreography. They usually do. K-pop videos usually do. The only video I watched is Lisa, so I'm gonna do just as I did, or rather I didn't, with video for good, not predict. R&B, yeah, that's not my style at all. Normani, Chloe, The Weeknd, Summer Walker, Her, and Alicia Keys. Ooh. Good for them, I would say. I do love Have Mercy, the track, but I haven't watched the video. I didn't even know there was a video for it actually. So, you know, not gonna predict. Alternative, now this is... Good luck for y'all. Rock, that's not our category. Good luck. Pop. Okay. I see the names. Alright. Harry Styles says As It Was, Doja Cat, Woman, Lizzo, About Damn Time, Olivia Rodrigo, Traitor, Billie Eilish, Happier Than Ever, and Ed Sheeran, Shivers. I watched every one of these. And I don't know why they put Harry Styles in first place. Actually, wasn't he snubbed for his efforts and Fine Line. I believe he was. I remember people commenting in 2020 that he and Dua Lipa was snubbed for everything but the technique categories. I remember physical won best visual effects. That's whatever, you know. Compared to what she did, and Harry as well. And Harry was nominated for a Grammy for Best Music Video for Adore You, and he was nowhere to be seen at the VMAs that year. So I'm wondering if this, now that I have this in mind, I remember that if they're not sort of giving him a pity award for not being nominated for Fine Line. Not that I think the videos from Harry's house are deserving of it. I personally didn't enjoy Harry's house as much as I enjoyed Fine Line, and I definitely didn't enjoy the As It Was video as much as I enjoyed every other video and Fine Line during the Fine Line era. And I do think Late Night Talking was a better video than As It Was, but it wasn't released during the submission period. With that said, it could go to him because he didn't win. But I'm also thinking about the song, and if we were talking about the song, then it would definitely be him because it's the most successful one here. I mean, it's still #1 in the United States after what, 15 years of it being released or something. It left the top of the chart for only like 2 or 3 weeks and then came back, and it's still there. No, it's not. Lizzo took it this week, right? Yeah. Lizzo, who's also here, by the way. My favorite video here is actually Doja Cat's. So, But forget that. I'm gonna go with my gut, and given everything I said, Harry Styles, As It Was, I think it has the biggest shot. The video was, you know, it was pretty. The song was, still is actually very popular. He didn't get nominated for anything with Fine Line, so we get these 3 big indicators that he could win, and he's got a big fan base. I should remind y'all and myself that this is fan voted. So yeah, the One Direction fans and his own fans like me, I wasn't a One Direction fan, but I am a fan of his, are gonna come for him. So yeah. Then Woman, then About Damn Time, and then I'm gonna switch them here because I preferred Happier Than Ever over Traitor, both as a song and as a video. Yes. Latin. Anita is nominated. Yes! And a little bit is my favorite song off of these, okay? I have heard them all. I haven't watched any of the videos though. Only Envolver. Well, since I didn't watch, I can't predict, so next. Hip hop. Ooh. Yeah, I didn't watch them either. I only watched 2 of them. I'm only predicting those I have watched at least 3, which is half. I only watched Do We Have a Problem and Big Energy. Got that big energy. So no. Collaboration. Okay, yeah, okay, now I can predict. We have The Kid Laroi and Justin Bieber, Stay. I hate this song, I hate the video. Lil Nas X and Jack Harlow, Industry Baby, Drake, Future and Young Thug, Way Too Sexy, Megan Thee Stallion and Dua Lipa, Sweet as Pie, we reacted to it in the channel. Elton John and Dua Lipa, Cold Heart. Wow, it's old school nomination year, isn't it? First Madonna, now Elton. Post Malone and The Weeknd, One Right Now, and Rosalia and The Weeknd, La Fama. We watched it in the channel as well. I hate the song, still do, but the video was great. However, we also have Megan Thee Stallion and Dua Lipa. Dua Lipa, who was not nominated in this with her future nostalgia efforts, just as Harry wasn't with Fine Line. We could pull off the same narrative for her, as we did for him. However, Sweetest Pie does not have the same appeal as Harry's as it was does. So I'm not gonna push that. And I think, though the people here are saying that Kid Laroi and Justin Bieber are gonna take it, I don't see that at all. I think it's much more likely that Lil Nas X is gonna take it after the whole controversy at the BETs and the fact that Industry Baby is a much better video than Stay. And I'm gonna say after Lil Nas X, Sweetest Pie, Rosalia, then video, Stay, Cold Heart, Way Too Sexy, One Right Now. And I'm gonna super bet this one because it's a bit more tricky. Just a sort of category I like. Save. Next. No, not next. We have to go back. Song of the Year. So we stopped caring about the videos and now we're talking about song. I don't know if this is about quality or popularity. I remember Rain on Me won Song of the Year, which was good, but wasn't as popular as, say, Blinding Lights was. So I think it's a mix between popularity and quality. It has to be somewhat popular. So I, for instance, don't see how Woman and Cold Heart could win, but it has to be what were the two things I mentioned? Quality and popularity, and it also has to be good. So I don't see how Stay can win. I am much more inclined to say About Damn Time or Happier Than Ever. My favorite song on these is Happier Than Ever, but I also have to remember the fact it's fan voted. So Billie goes first, then Lizzo, then Doja, then Adele, then Elton, and finally this guy. I know it should be realistic, but there's no way you're gonna see me put Justin Bieber first place in any award that isn't like worst song. That just isn't. You'll never see me doing that unless he completely switches his style, which he has done a couple of times and wasn't effective. So yeah, that's gonna be it. Should I no. New artists. We only have 3 categories left. Lato, Baby Keem, 17. Alright. Dove Cameron, Manskin. Now they kind of pushed. They reached. they did a little reach with this one. He's not exactly new. They are not exactly new. And Miss ABCDEFU. But this, and that's also something I was thinking about yesterday for the Grammys. I think the clearest winner here is Lato, and for the Grammys as well. I think it's very hard to deny her impact this year, and she's definitely the, I wouldn't say for sure best new artist, as I for instance prefer Dove Cameron and Manskin over her, but she's definitely the biggest new artist and the one I believe has smashed the biggest amount of fans. Well, or maybe not, or maybe it could go to Dove. She, has a fan base that's long since the Disney days, Liv and Maddie and whatnot. So maybe. I have to say I'm not familiar with Baby Keem. 17 is definitely not new, like for sure. I remember my friend listening to 17 in like 2017 and they were already fairly popular at that time. Same goes with Mamskin, who blew up with Eurovision, but that was also 2020. I feel like this list is like at least 1 or more years off. It's probably, you know, reflections of the pandemic still. But Dove, I'm gonna be completely honest. I am not sure about Leto's impact in the US, as I am not from the US, and I know she has had a big impact there with Big Energy, but I personally haven't seen anyone commenting on her outside of the US, unless it was the fantasy performance at the BET, but that wasn't because of her, that was because of Mariah. Whereas Dove Cameron, Manskin, 17, and even Gail, they all have more of an impact outside of the US than Leto does. But since this is a US award show, I'm gonna go with Leto. But I'm gonna keep Dove Cameron in second place, because I think she could be the dark horse here. And I'd love to see that, because I loved Boyfriend. It's one of my favorite songs of 2022. Artist of the Year: Harry Styles, Bad Bunny, Drake, Ed Sheeran, Lil Nas X, Lizzo, and Jack Harlow. For the same reason why I put Harry in first place in that other category, I'm gonna do it here. He's got the biggest amount of fans out of all of these. I don't see for people who could compete with Harry, okay? BTS, not here. Ariana Grande, I don't think she could compete with Harry. Taylor Swift, not here. Justin Bieber, not here. And Blackpink, perhaps, not here either. So no one can compete with Harry when it comes to fans. Harry and One Direction, and you know, it's such a huge force. It still is. And I don't see any fan base here that could vote as much and as dedicatedly as Harry's fan base can. So I'm gonna go with him. Then I'm just gonna rank the rest based on personal preference. Lizzo, Lil, Jack, Bad Bunny, Ed, and Drake. And yeah, I still have a super bet. I'm gonna save it for video of the year, as it was All Too Well, Industry Baby, Way Too Sexy, Woman, Shivers, and Brutal. Yeah, this is gonna be oof. Because here's the thing. I was gonna say Taylor could take this because Harry has already taken pop video. But Taylor has also already taken long form video. So one, they pretty much have it equal. One has long form, the other has pop. Taylor also has directing. I'm assuming she also has directing in the bag. Could she also have video of the year? Could Harry have video of the year? Could maybe Lil Nas X? I think it's very interesting that people have put them three as the three main competitors for the prize, because I think that's actually true. I don't see, for instance, any of them taking this. I really don't, because these three have largely dominated music in 2021 and 2022, and All Too Well was very loved, received a huge amount of views, great reviews. She was even in the conversation for an Oscar. She released the film, I should say, the short film, in theaters during the Oscar eligibility period. You know, As It Was, huge song, again, huge fan base, but I don't remember for sure if Video of the Year is voted or not. I don't think it is, because Blinding Lights won over Rain on Me, and there's no way that The Weeknd's fan base is bigger than that of both Gaga and Ariana. But Taylor Swift also has a huge fan base, okay? And a very devoted fan base, one as devoted, if not more, than Harry Styles and One Direction, because they are both from basically the same era. One Direction started in 2010, Taylor Swift started in 2006, so you know, but she really gained more popularity in the 2010s as well as Harry and 1D. So they both have a very strong fan base that's comprised of different, similar one compared to the other, but different within themselves, age lines, you know. Younger people tend to vote more, and they both have young fans. So it's hard to say if the circumstances between the artists are pretty much similar, pretty much the same, then I am left with video quality. And in my personal opinion, All Too Well is a better video than As It Was, from a technique point of view and from an innovative point of view. I think Taylor did with All Too Well one of the most complete cinematic experiences since Beyonce's Formation, most likely. Or yeah, definitely, because you know, it's a short film. She turned a 10-minute song into a short film. She managed to cast great actors. She directed well. She managed to insert herself in the storyline in a way that was convincing, much more so than she did with The Man. Not that I have anything against The Man. I think it's a very nice video, but this has a very good shot at winning. It's better than You Need to Calm Down, for instance, and You Need to Calm Down won. So I think it's going to Taylor, and then Harry, then Lil Nas X, and then I'm gonna rank based on what I like. So Brutal, Woman, Shivers, Way Too Sexy, and I'm gonna super bet this because why not? And that was it. These were the nominations. I hope you were as pleased with them as I was. Honestly, I didn't notice any snubs. I didn't notice any songs that shouldn't be here. I think they did justice to what we had heard and what we had seen, and throughout the rest of 2021 and the first part of 2022, I think it's very coherent with what is popular, and from a quality point of view, I think they chose strong videos. We should, unless we're talking about Song of the Year, we should remember that this is not about song quality, it's about video quality. And when it comes to videos, I think they did choose good videos. I was very, very pleased to see Madonna nominated. Don't think she's gonna take it. No, I'm sure she's not gonna take it, but I was very pleased to see it. I was very pleased to see Dua, Taylor being recognized yet again, to see Elton at the peak of his age being recognized, nominated, as well as Madonna. Foo Fighters getting a post-mortem nomination. I also thought that was very nice. Casey Musgraves got a nom. I personally didn't like her album, but again, when it comes to videos, she served quality. And yeah, I would say that it's a very good selection. Some of these categories were very hard to predict, very tricky. There could be several different outcomes, and I'm excited to see who's gonna take or not, and very much excited to see if I'm right or not, because, well, I love being right. And that was it. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for listening. If you've got any other questions, please tell me. I'll be more than thrilled to react to them, as I always am. I do hope to see you in my next video. Bye.